Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to History Booking. Yes, we were not released. We survived the round of cuts, but not everyone did, of course. And what makes that worse, of course, is why are you cutting people that are in your storylines? Weirdos.
Poor Bivens.
Yeah. And you all kept asking me to cut her, and I was like, no. Not happening.
For a few weeks.
He was half cut, but that's a different thing. But no, Aaron's been very busy because Aaron has been moving, and doing various bits and pieces. Because for some reason, which none of us can comprehend, is Kaylee actually wanted to live with Aaron, so they've actually moved in together.
I don't.
Oh, there we go. And Aaron's frozen. So
know.
There you go. Aaron's back now. So,
I mean, I'm good at cooking, so that could be a plus. Maybe one of the reasons.
So we're all wondering basically if she's just going to chain you to the kitchen. No,
I am.
No, it's I do when you get married. Just so you practice.
When we get married, but at the minute.
So. Yes, so basically, Kelly wants to chain Aaron to the kitchen.
So you make it sound so unsportedly. It's actually pretty kinky.
Oh, we went that a bit quick, didn't we?
Well, I hope she's just good with with tin food that's just warmed up in the oven. So.
Yeah, with the metal still on it. Yeah.
Don't forget to take the plastic off.
I don't use plastic.
Hey! Somebody's been paying attention in the booking meetings. Unfortunately, it's not Aaron.
No comment.
Oh, you have plenty of comments. He just doesn't want to say because basically now that he lives with Kaylee, she's going to kick his ass if he's going to say stuff because he can't really run away now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. But to be fair to Aaron, this shows that he's actually not dumb. That's a good thing.
Is it though?
Oh yeah, knowing that you're not stupid is a very important thing to know as a person.
Then I'm screwed.
Well, if Aaron has his way, that's definitely going to be a common theory of your life together. But anyway. Oh, it's like the jokes write themselves.
Yeah.
Aaron doing his best right now not to join in because knowing he's going to get thumped if he does. So.
No, don't for me.
Ooh. By the way, Aaron, you've gone all blurry on us.
I know, my camera keeps on going out of focus for some reason.
Oh no, there you go, you're back. Yeah, cameras are weird, so if you notice that happening, don't worry. Aaron has not got ugly. It's just the camera's decided it wants to go on strike for paying conditions and stuff because
You meant more ugly, if that's possible.
I will beat you.
And that's the name of Kaylee and Aaron's new favourite show, I Will Beat You.
Call yourself up one more time, dare ya.
Okay, I won't call myself ugly. I'm the opposite of pretty. Moving on.
Ooh. Dun, 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 dun.
Get on with the show. Come on, I want to listen.
That's what she says.
Well, I came home from work the other day and she turned around and said, "Oh, me and Kiana took our friendship to new heights today." I was like,
that doesn't need to be spoken out loud.
Oh, yes, it does. We want to know more now.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Oh, it does.
Okay.
It does. Oh yes, it does.
I will tell you in the after party bit.
Is that what you told her as well?
Like when you're off air, you can find out. But until then, you ain't knowing shit.
Bow, 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 bow. Anyway. We should probably get on with the actual show rather than trying to torture Kaylee about
Yeah.
Kaylee's life.
We should probably like touch on Backlash as well.
Oh, well, we can touch it if you want, but you know.
I mean, I can probably sum it up. I could probably do it in like 30 seconds.
Do it. Just do it that way. It's the easiest way to do it, I think.
Cody won, Edge won, Ronda won, Madcap won, Bloodline won.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them were okay matches. It's just none of them really mattered, except for the Ronda Rousey one, kind of.
Yeah, well, we know why Ronda won that one. For those of you who are unaware, it's because Charlotte wanted time away so she could go and marry that piece of crap.
Oh, Andrade Igloo.
That's the one, yeah. And have a honeymoon as well. Imagine that, wanting to do something for yourself personally so you took time off of work. Imagine such a world.
And imagine having to break your arm to do it.
Yeah, it's just like when Aaron wants to do anything with Kaylee.
He's gonna be cut off in a minute.
Wow, you didn't help yourself right there, Kaylee. Well done.
Oh my god! I'm gonna stop talking.
So yeah, I gave Backlash.
Title of a sex tape. Anyway, yep.
I gave Backlash a 6 out of 10 overall, pay-per-view wise. All the matches were all right. All of the things were okay, but it was just lacking any purpose, in my opinion.
No, I agree. I looked at it this way. Essentially, it was just, oh look, they want to do WrestleMania again.
See, like you say that, but at the same time, I was just thinking this is just like a budget Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Let's find a cheaper way to do this. Let's go to the pound shop.
Mm-hmm.
Or to the dollar store for the Americans out there who are not familiar with pound stores. Just give you an idea of what we're referring to. So
It's a Dollar Tree, actually.
So, yeah, so then obviously we got this week's Raw.
yeah, Aaron loves Raw. He's always liked Raw.
Mm.
You can tell by the look on his face.
The show started with RK Bro throwing a unification challenge out to the Usos, and then they got interrupted by the Street Profits for the Raw. And the Prophet said, "You got to worry about us first," and then there was a Raw Tag Team Championship match. And RK Bro retained.
Yeah.
Just it was what it was, but I don't like the fact that Street Profits have been used like this.
Well, they want the smoke, so you got to use them somehow.
Oh fuck! What do we do?
So then we had Theory's interview segment, which was kind of weird and interesting because it was kind of on the ramp, but not. It was like, it felt like it should have been a backstage interview, but they couldn't do it backstage for some reason. So they just tried out a new angle on the ramp.
This reminded me of you may or may not remember this, but when Cass and Daniel Bryan had that feud before Cass got fired, when he went on to have that incident with the midget, they had an interview like this for Cass on like this. and it went just as well.
See, this kind of reminded me of the first NXT when it was like a game show competition, and they all stood up on the ramp and introduced themselves. That's what it gave me the vibes for.
Do you reckon Bruce Pritchard or Vince had some, some of the fun stuff and had flashbacks that, oh, look, it's NXT again?
Probably.
In Pritchard's case, I can believe it because he's known to do such things. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, this just felt stupid. Like, why, like, do the interview on the ramp? Just stick to backstage. It's easier, it works.
Only thing I can honestly think of is possibly looking to try and vary up where they do interviews, because sometimes if you have them all in the same place, they can be a bit repetitive.
Yeah.
Because usually interviews in WWE tend to be either backstage or in the ring. So try that something slightly different. I don't have an issue with it, but you've got to execute it better, and this was not good.
Yeah. So there we had a Judgment Day in-ring segment that was good, but just lacked a bit of context because they were talking, but nothing was really gained from this, except making Rhea Ripley welcome in the Judgment Day faction.
Yeah, essentially this was complete waffle, apart from the fact of making it very clear to everybody that Rhea is part of this faction. That's pretty much all this was for.
I mean, Rhea's part that she spoke about and stuff like that, she said why she joined Judgment Day. Like, I understand that, but at the same time, I just wanted to say I don't care anymore. I just want to be free. I just want to do like something like edgy, make it edgy, not like, oh, I saw what they were doing and I thought it was so cool and I wanted to be a part of that. Like, yay. It's like when you're in a faction called Judgment Day.
Yeah, this reminded me of somebody wanting to be in a faction of like called Friends and be, I want to be with people I like.
Yeah.
As opposed to, we're going to kick your ass and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah. So this led to Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan, which ended in a submission victory for Ripley. None too surprised there.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I did not like the fact this match happened.
No, because we've seen it like 3 times in the past 4 weeks.
Yeah. Get somebody else to take this, especially if you're trying to make it look good for Big June Judgment Day. If you want to have them face each other eventually, do it in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, get a local talent in on this, not this.
Yeah, and it's not like they don't do that, because that happens later on in the show with a local talent.
Yeah.
So it's not like they don't use. Sorry, it's not like they don't use them, because they do.
Mhm. I mean, then after that we had Priest versus Balor, who had AJ Styles in his corner. However, Edge lost. Edge cost Priest the match, and then Judgment Day took down Styles and Balor. So, like, next week, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a 6-man tag with all of Judgment Day versus Balor, Styles, and Liv Morgan.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, for those of you who are unaware, yeah, Ripley and Morgan aren't men, just to make this clear, so it'd be a 6-person tag.
Yeah, you know what I meant. Like, I said a mixed 6-man tag, so woman.
Yeah, but you're still saying man. That's the problem, because you've got to bear in mind there's 2 actual people who identify as women. By the way, let's be clear about this. They're not like anything else. So, but I know what you mean by that, and I personally wouldn't mind if you called it that. But the internet will scream, going, but they're women. You can't call them men.
Well, it's very good impersonation. Has he been practicing?
I mean, Rhea Ripley is stronger and tougher than most men that I know.
Including you, yes.
Nice.
You know it's true.
Mm. She's definitely bigger than me.
Well, I'm not sure you should be measuring that, but okay.
Wow.
Nasty.
So after that, we had Owen's older brother segment, which was just worryingly silly and turned out to be just as silly later on in the show.
Yeah.
Then we had a recap of Almost versus Lashley at Backlash, and Almost and MVP had an MVP Lounge segment. MVP ran his mouth a load as usual, and Cedric Alexander interrupted and tried to rekindle the old Hurt Business flame. And then Lashley came out, took out all three security guards and Cedric Alexander, trying to get to MVP. This was okay, it just did nothing, really.
Yeah. I mean, literally, the only person who clearly was trying here was Lashley. Everybody else just looked very meh.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't blame them. This is a bad segment.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, following that segment, we had Sonya and Pierce in a segment where we found out Sonya had a mystery opponent that she was going out to face then and there. Then, when it came to her being in the middle of the ring, Adam Pearce came out and said, "The case that's been built up against you has been closed. You are no longer a WWE official, and here is your opponent."
Don't say who it is. We'll get onto that in a second. Okay, right? Yeah, we'll touch upon the official thing first, okay? Because this is something I have the bone with. Continue with, right? You know my issue with this, so we're just going to cover this very briefly before we get onto the opponent, right? Nobody officially made her an official at any point. Her and Pierce. One day they just were.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So why are you officially telling her that she's not an official anymore when that never happened to begin with? So what the fuck are you doing? This is stupid and retarded. Okay, it's WWE booking, but it is still stupid and retarded.
Yep.
What it does look like what's going to happen as a result of this is they're going to make her basically turn into a jobber.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, in this instance, she probably should have been, considering who her opponent ends up being.
And the fact that her match lasted not even 5 minutes.
Yeah. Also, didn't know who it was. It sprung on you.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't hurt you too much either. They can't do that all the time though, because that becomes very old very quickly.
Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know who the opponent was, it was Bliss.
Yeah,
making her return.
This literally leaked like in about the few hours before this went live, so people kind of already knew.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, Bliss looked great on her return and squashed Deville, which wasn't a massive feat, but like
This is your Bliss. She's only 5 foot.
But yeah, this like it was literally DDT, Twisted Bliss, 1, 2, 3. This was like very minimum effort.
Like their booking of her.
Yeah. And she's still got the Lily doll from her psychotherapy sessions with Dr. What's-His Face.
And you know why that is, don't you?
Storyline?
Because it sells on WWE.com. That is literally why, apparently.
So after that, we had Ken Owens versus Ezekiel, and of course, Ken Owens was Kevin Owens
No.
and jumped Zeke, and the Alpha Academy joined the fray too and just started beating him down. So no match actually happened here.
It was so shocking. I mean, nobody could have seen this coming at all.
I know, it even shocked poor Corey Graves.
Well, it's not hard to shock him, he's an idiot, but you know.
That was a bit mean.
I mean, look who he's married to.
Who is he married to?
That is fair. You can answer that question for her if you want. Yeah.
So,
Or Leah Vanderdale if you want her actual name, but yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't care that much.
Neither does anyone else. That's kind of the point.
I think I heard like recently that the Corey Graves and Carmella story show that they did is the least watched on the WWE network.
And let's say something. There's a lot of shit watched on that network.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're watching it on the cock, as they do in America.
Yep.
They have to open the cock. They have to play with the cock, shift around using the cock.
Yeah. So after that, we had
Aaron is no selling the cock right here.
After that, we had a recap of Becky Lynch and Asuka in their segment, which led to a backstage segment, which was okay. Then we have Veer Mahan with some questionable paint on his forehead, a big red spot with like 3 white lines.
It's to mark the years of his life where he's been coming soon.
I thought it was one for each month.
Oh shit.
Fair.
So then we had Veer versus Frank Loman, I believe.
That's correct, yes.
And Frank was actually pretty impressive, but Veer ended the match easily, as it seems to be.
Yeah, going back to obviously what we talked about earlier with Rhea, this is how you use an enhancement talent to help a wrestler.
Yeah.
Not hard. Just find the right person who can help do it, and it works. And Frank Loman. Well done, my man. You did your job. You made Veer look very good.
Mm-hmm. So next we had Cody Rhodes in an interview, which was all right, and led to a US title match that had no build-up, no publicity from the start of the show, but happened anyway. Also, top off, this was not the main event either.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Booking!
So this automatically made me think that the match was going to have no official ruling, and of course it didn't.
Well, actually it does.
Does it?
It's listed as a disqualification.
Oh, so Cody won.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he'll get a United States Championship match.
At some point, maybe. Or he'll have to do a number 1 championship contenders match.
Yeah. Literally, as I wrote the fact that I didn't think that there was going to be a ruling, Cody was jumped from behind by Rollins. And I was just like...
Ooh, I'm shocked!
So, it wasn't just attacked, though. He was, like, repeatedly attacked. And this felt to me like the end of Raw. And then I clicked on the time thing, and it still had half an hour left. And I was just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, there are 3 more things after this.
Yeah. So then we had a women's tag team match that wasn't advertised at all and featured the current women's tag team champions, Naomi and Sasha.
Yay, way to make the division look important.
This was Naomi and Sasha versus Nikki ASH and Doudrop. To be honest, I like this team of Nikki and Doudrop, but it's not going to work as long as Nikki has the superhero gimmick.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to think that's probably going.
Yeah. We need the Batland Banshee back. Or the Twisted Sister of NXT.
I'm not sure you'll get either of those, but apparently the hero thing probably is going, though. You might just get plain old Nikki.
Well, I mean, it's cost her so many matches and cost her like 2 tag team partners as well.
It's not her fault. Both her partners are evil.
So then we found out that the main event, or what looked like the main event, was Ali versus Ciampa, with The Miz as the special guest referee. This again had no advertisement during the show, and of course, with Miz being the ref, it was a fast count that gave Ciampa the victory.
I only have one issue with this, oddly enough. I actually didn't mind it, apart from the one thing I did. There was one really big issue with this, and you touched upon it. Why aren't you advertising this? You're trying to build up a feud, right?
Yeah, it's stupid. What's even more stupid that after this we had the Lacey Evans thing. That was okay. Then we had a recap of the start of the show with between what happened between Lashley and Omos. That took another 2 minutes. Then Lashley cut a promo saying that he wants Omos in a steel cage next week, and he made the point of playing 15-foot steel cage for some reason.
For those of you unaware, WWE cage matches always billed as being 15-foot steel cage matches. It's a bit weird to state that, even though we all know for a fact they are not 15-foot high.
Yeah. Then, with 9 minutes left on the clock of the show, we had a 24/7 champ segment that was basically Ron Killings or R-Truth giving the ladies' respective partners their divorce papers, and Reggie ran away. Tozawa ran away so that way he couldn't be served his divorce papers.
Which, in a dumb storyline, which this is, at least is an attention thing to do. If you don't want to be served, run away.
Yeah.
That makes sense, weirdly.
Then, with 7 minutes left on the clock, Becky Lynch came out with her full entrance. 6 minutes left. Oscar and Belair both made their respective entrances.
3 minutes left.
4 minutes. 4 minutes and about 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
We have a match between Oscar and Belair, which is a championship contenders match. And it ends with Becky costing Oscar the match, which was such a huge surprise.
Okay, you know what we talked about before about results? No contest officially.
Oh, fuck off.
That's how it's listed. No contest.
That's bullshit.
Their reasoning, and I've looked into this, is apparently because she attacked them both.
Yeah, but she hit Oscar first.
I know. I'm just telling you what the reasoning is.
No, she didn't actually. She grabbed Belair by the hands and pulled her out of the ring.
Yeah. But my point is it's listed as the no contest because apparently they both got attacked.
What made me laugh was Belair was already out of the ring, but before the ref called for the bell, because Becky grabbed her by the hands when she was doing one of her handspring back elbows or whatever it was, and she grabbed her by the hands and she literally just yoinked her out of the ring. She ran into the ring herself to go for her Oscar, and the ref was just still standing there looking at her as if to say, "What the hell's going on?" And then he called for the bell. It was like,
I have a suspicion about that. I think that wasn't meant to happen then, but I think somebody's told Becky, "Do it now. We're running out of time."
mm-hmm.
And the referee, of course, wasn't expecting it. I think that's why that happened.
Yeah. Moral of the story: don't put so many fucking recaps on a show. You'll give yourself more time for a decent main event.
Also, advertise some of your matches. You know, just.
They didn't even do it after Backlash. There was no advertising of what was happening in the Monday Night Raw at all. So when I watched Monday Night Raw, I was just along for the ride because I had no idea what was happening.
Or to be fair, Vince Hughes hasn't written it until about half hour before it goes on air, so there's that.
Yeah.
So, what did Kaylee fuck up, by the way? Because I heard her say oh shit in the background.
Mm.
It was like she dropped. It was like she dropped something.
Oh yeah, I dropped my coffee pot thing.
Dropped a coffee pot.
With coffee in it.
No, well, ground coffee, yeah.
Oh, okay. At least it wasn't actual coffee at this point, so it can actually be saved. That's good.
Just currently having an iced coffee before bed.
Yeah. You know my opinion of cold coffee.
Join the club.
Shit, that was fun.
Well, this is not an enema one, but anyway, let's get on with the next thing. Yes, there is such thing as a coffee enema, in case you're wondering.
So
Nice.
I gave Raw a 3 out of 10.
I heard that, Kaylee. And if I heard that, trust me, everybody else did too.
I don't care.
Title of her sex tape. I don't care.
So yeah, I gave Raw a 3 out of 10.
I'm glad you specified that it was Roy you've given the marks to, otherwise that's very that could have been quite bad.
It's good soup.
I do actually have a question for Kaylee here. Right? When you two are finished being intimate, does he stand there and go, I give you 4 out of 5 marks? Or does he complain about how badly it's been booked?
Yeah. Stop filming me, bitch.
You got to put me over, damn it. I deserve to be put over.
No, he rates me out of 10.
Oh, so you broke the Meltzer scale, gotcha. So out of 10.
I always get a 15.
As long as he's giving you -1s, then you're fine.
I'm not saying anything.
That is probably the best thing you can do, right?
Yeah.
I can make these jokes because 1, I'm not her fiance, and 2, I am fucking far away.
I can get to you easily. Trust me, I can find you.
Yeah, but you don't really want to, trust me.
No, I've seen your address. You really don't want to.
No, I live in a slag heap.
Seem worse.
Yeah, you considering where you live, yeah, that's probably fair. Well, this is where you used to live. So I don't know if you're still on the Sheep Island or not. Obviously I know you moved.
I am, but it's
Different part.
Old Town,
Ah,
like the oldest part of the island. Blue Town.
Blue Town.
Yeah.
It's very
Sounds
good.
like my kind of town. Blue Town. Sounds like where all the porn should be. Anyway,
There is a sex shop, but it's closed.
Kaylee, what did you do?
I sold them out.
Stock market just went.
Did they run out of sheep to sell? Did they get caught for sex trafficking? Were they taking sheep off the island?
I mean, it is right near the docks, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Because that would be bad. Yeah, that's my date joke for the episode. So.
Wow.
If you hear that,
Wow.
Aaron, if you hear that noise during sex, run. The noise you just made, I mean.
Wow.
Yeah, that is your warning. You're doing something wrong. Stop it now.
Yep.
So there we go. So yeah, Raw was pretty much pants. So yeah, I agree with Harold on that one. So some very bad booking. So yeah.
So after that, we had NXT, and the weird one was it started off with the ending of Spring Breaking or whatever it was called. I can't remember.
I think it's just spring break.
And Gacy and two individuals, two masked figures, kidnapping Braun Breaker. And well, the two masked guys did the 1-2 DDT that only Lorcan and Danny Burch used to do, but on a steel chair.
Gee, I wonder who they are. But
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
yeah, we'll never guess. The funny part about this, though, this is probably not very funny. Gacy's probably the guy who runs that sex shop you was talking about just now, and that's why it's closed
Probably.
because they're busy doing this shit.
So after
Maybe
that,
I'm supposed to keep him Rick Steiner. Sorry, I should say.
so next we had Roxanne Perez and Wendy Chu versus Toxic Attraction for the tag titles.
Mm-hmm. This is going to involve my favorite question in a minute, but go ahead.
And Toxic retained and took out Wendy Chu after the match was done as well.
Yeah. You know what my favorite question to this will be?
Mm-hmm.
But why though?
Yeah. I think this was after what happened last week with Wendy Chu and Roxanne Perez making Mandy Rose get sunburnt in a tanning bed and then taking the flip-flops away from the pair of the tag team at the beach and driving their car all the way up a scalding hot road and leaving the keys and the flip-flops by the car.
So basically, if you want a women's tag title match, you just steal their shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
This goes back to my previous question, but why though?
Yeah. So then we had Stratton and Waller in a segment, which was okay. We got introduced to a new Diamond Mine member in Kemp, which is a good fit, to be honest. I think he fit in if the Creeds are okay with it, because they didn't seem to be. I'm not going to lie, Diamond Mine just doesn't seem like Diamond Mine without Malcolm Bivens.
Well, let's be honest. The original members of Dynamite aren't there anymore at all, apart from the one who actually wants to go.
Yeah.
Weird enough, they got rid of all the ones who didn't want to go, but got rid of the one who actually, by keeping the one who actually wants to go.
Mm-hmm. So,
but you are right though. It doesn't look right at all.
No. I can't believe that Malcolm Bivens has gone, but Robert Stone's still there. That just doesn't seem right to me.
How do I put this? All I'll say is that Robert Stone has a previous relationship with Bruce Pritchard, and that's how I'll leave that.
You don't have to say any more than that, really.
Yeah.
So after that, we had a Joe Gacy segment, which was okay but very confusing. Then Sarai and Chase had a moment in the backstage area, and it turned the singles match that Chase and Waller were going to have into a mixed tag match between Sarai and Chase versus Waller and Stratton, which made sense, but at the same time didn't really need to happen.
Again, well, why though?
Yeah. So then we have a really big but why though moment. We had all the women that are going to be competing in the breakout tournament stand on stage and get introduced one by one when they'd already showed us the brackets.
That's because they still think this is a game show.
Yeah, and then what followed that was the first match of the breakout tournament, which was Sloan versus Henley. And not gonna lie, when they said Sloan on the the introduction, they said Sloan versus Val and Henley. I thought they said Snow versus Val and Henley.
That's a different match entirely.
It wasn't very clear.
Because cocaine's one hell of a drug.
Mm-hmm. So Sloan was impressive, but obviously Henley advanced because she's been in NXT a little bit longer, so she's going to get more of a push in this tournament, I'd imagine.
Despite the fact this is a breakout tournament, we're supposed to be putting people who haven't appeared over. But yeah.
Yeah. Then we had a Legado segment, which was okay, to be honest. Rodriguez was told to go start the car. He went to go start the car and got jumped by Tony D and his band of thugs, and he got chucked in the boot of a car, and they drove away with him.
Yes, assault and kidnapping.
Yeah.
The law does not apply to the wrestling shows.
Mm-hmm. So after that, we had Amari Miller versus Kaylee Ray, now calling herself Alba Fire, thanks to a WWE rebranding. And she got a victory. But I don't like the new gimmick.
I don't think anyone does.
I mean, just, like, this is the kind of thing that Tegan Knox would have done better, because Tegan Knox, her nickname was Lady Kane, because obviously she did the choke slam. If they'd have rebranded her and given her the fire gimmick, it would have worked. The only thing about this that works, it just doesn't.
I was going to say, I don't think it works if you give this to Knox. I don't think this works at all. Honestly. I mean, if you're giving it a few years and Glenn Jacobs had a daughter, then maybe, but...
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's kind of stupid.
Just a bit.
I mean, not being funny, right? Okay, this will probably be very offensive to some people. But bear in mind, I'm making an example here of this. It's almost a case of one day I expect to turn up to watch one of these matches, and they'll have a female wrestler come out and call her Lady Period.
What a bloody mess that'd be.
Right. And she'll have mood swings. 3 weeks out before she'll be fine.
Me.
See? Kaylee's volunteered for the job.
But 3 weeks out of 4, I'm the opposite.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. So when you're on, you're fine. The rest of the other 3 weeks is when you're the bitch, gotcha.
Correct.
Yep. Correct.
Yeah, Aaron, I can say that shit. You should not be saying that shit.
It's because he knows it's the truth.
Especially at the
Yeah.
moment.
But sometimes you, even if you know the truth, you don't say it.
I'm laid back enough to let him say shit
Yes,
like that.
but Peter, you know me. The only filters I have are
They're
on Snapchat.
Boom.
Ow, fuck my foot.
And the funny
No, I
part
don't
about
want
that,
to fuck your foot.
Damn it, why?
and the funny
I'm not
part
into
about,
that.
I say the funny part about that is, I don't do Snapchat, so I have no idea what his filters are. Ba-bum-bum.
Oh shit.
Okay, well, the only filters I have are on Instagram then.
Okay, that I see you on, yes, but not on Snapchat. Snapchat is what I like to call for people who are just bored and want to do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Unless you're a girl, in which case you just want to use the pretty filter to make yourself pretty.
Yeah, pretty
To,
much.
to be fair, that might be why Aaron's using it too. I don't know.
I am the opposite of pretty.
And Thump is what's going to happen by
I get to
Kelly.
do the drag next month.
Oh, do you? Ah, so you're going to look like Jasmine from Aladdin.
No. I hope not.
No, I'm not gonna make you look Aladdin. Princess Jasmine.
Oh, so who's he dragging us then?
Huh?
So how are we dragging him? What's he going to do?
I don't know. I'm not decided yet.
Apparently, makeup, wig, dress.
Not a wig, because I've not got a wig.
Right,
Princess. Okay, with that current hair color, mate, Princess Peach.
You know what colour the wig is, right? I've got the rainbow one that I ordered
the
when I
hair
went bald.
I'm talking about with the current hair you've got now. I'm not talking about the wig.
Also, I've got rainbow makeup, so we're fine.
And that will be fabulous, darlings. Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-hour stream on the 15th, I think.
Oh, have I got that day off?
Oh, I've got. He's going to be Captain Planet.
I can book that day off. It was going to be the 5th. No, do it on the. Oh, fuck no, I'm on the early. Do it on the 5th.
Do it on the 5th?
Yeah.
Straight at the beginning of the month?
Yeah.
That wouldn't really work because like fundraising for the month if I did the drag stream right at the beginning of the month.
It doesn't matter when you do it at the beginning then.
no, Kaylee, look at it this way. It's like when men come too soon. It's anticlimactic.
Well, us women are used to that anyway, so.
Well, that's kind of my point. You actually want at least to have a degree of entertainment
Right.
and build
At
up
least
to
then
it.
you men can learn to be what anticlimactic is.
Oh no, we know what anticlimactic is. That's called when women don't let us do the shit we want to do.
Oh, trust me. I'm not getting in this conversation just yet.
I was being general, but you're being Pacific. So.
Hence why I'm not getting involved in the conversation.
Yeah, that's probably smart, to be fair.
So yeah. Anyway, after the
Anyway, NXT.
yeah, after the Kaylee Ray rebranded debut, we had Mello and Trick Williams arrive at the Performance Center outside.
Despite the fact that we all know that these people turn up like hours beforehand. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and as they turned up, Solo Sikoa came to the door, said nope, and slammed the door shut, locking them outside.
That I actually at least liked because that was funny. Yeah. It's dumb, but that was funny.
Cora was interviewed about her match that would be happening later on at night against Natalia, which was a decent enough segment but didn't really seem necessary.
It wasn't. I understand why they did it, but it wasn't necessary.
Mm-hmm. Then Solo Sikoa did an in-ring segment and basically said he has next on the North American title after Mello's had his one-on-one with Cameron Grimes. And also he'd basically nicked Carmelo's promo time because he could.
I don't have an issue with that. If you're trying to make somebody look like don't fuck with
badass,
me, I don't have an issue with this because this is one of the ways you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
But after Sikoa left the ring, Grimes was jumped by Mello and Trick, who amazingly managed to get in the building somehow. And yeah, Sikoa rescued Grimes.
Yeah, you know how they got into the building, don't you?
Through the window.
Well, what it was is somebody put them in a rainbow wig and rainbow makeup, and they just was able to get through.
I thought they prayed to the dwarfs underneath the ring that have been underneath the ring since like 2009, and they granted them 3 wishes.
So Hornswoggle. Okay.
Yeah.
It's fair enough.
So,
well, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to call them little people now because I think it's offensive to call them dwarves.
I don't know. I have a friend and they prefer it.
Oh no, I'm talking about what the general political correctness term for it is. I think it's bollocks, but there you go.
Mm.
But to be fair, I find a lot of stuff being bollocks. To be fair, there are parts of it which probably should be a thing, but most of it is complete crap.
Speaking of complete crap, we had
Yes.
Waller and Stratton versus Sarai and Chase next.
You're welcome for that segue.
Thank you. And Chase and Sarai won. I did like the comedy factor of this when Sarai made her entrance dressed as the schoolgirl and Chase walked through the smoke with her. And Cody, or whatever his name was, had Sarai's wig on and the glasses and a crop top.
Yeah, I think that's fine because, to be honest, if you're gonna make the women wrestlers do that, you have to have the men wrestlers do that shit too.
Mm-hmm.
So don't have an issue with it. It's stupid, it's goofy, but so's the act. It's fine.
What really made me laugh was Wade Barrett went, "Oh, who is that?" And he went, "It's Bodie, you idiot." And he went, "Oh my god, my poor eyes. I need to wash my eyes."
Bleach.
But he was just like, "Oh my god, who is that?" Like drooling at the mouth, and then Vic Joseph said, "That's Bodie," and he was like, "Oh."
I would say
emotional damage.
I would say, to be fair, I know it's not the case with Stu, but there may be some people out there who probably found him attractive like that, because obviously we do know there are people who like people who are of the same gender. So,
Yep.
Weirdly enough, that's a thing in the world. Yeah, there we go. So, Captain Bisexual here explaining the rules of how to fancy people. Not saying it was to your taste, mind you, but explaining that it is a thing that you can fancy someone of the same gender.
Nah, he wasn't. But anyway.
I'm not saying you did, but I'm explaining to the people it's okay.
So then we had
Actually,
yeah.
I was going to ask Kaylee a quick question. Kaylee, do you fancy any of the female wrestlers?
She's gone into the bedroom. She's on the phone.
Coward.
Can I ask her in a minute?
Yeah, do it in a minute.
If she comes back out.
Oh, I think she will. She won't have a choice.
So after that, we had Giro and Von Wagner had an altercation backstage. That was okay. And we had a Toxic Attraction taking the piss out of Indy, losing Dexter Loomis to budget cuts.
You lost him too, by the way. So.
I know.
Talking about people that we like, hey.
I did like his little video that he posted up after he was let go, painting that mannequin head and everything and tearing it apart. I was just like, okay, wherever he goes, I'm going.
We knew that anyway.
It's the same with Aleister Black or Tommy End, whoever you want to call him.
Malachi Black now, but yeah.
So after that we had Grace versus Nikita Lyons. Grace was impressive, but obviously Nikita Lyons seems to be the favourite of the tournament. Won.
Guess why?
I will say this, and I mean this in like the generalist sincerity. Can we please get Gracie some new ring gear, please? Because it looked like a one-sided bra and panties match.
Yeah.
Especially when Nikita Lyons grabbed hold of her trunks and gave her a wedgie that you saw everything disappear. This is PG, apparently.
Oh no, they're told to be more risque on their next two with stuff. So also bear in mind this is creative run by Bruce Pritchard.
That way you explain why it looked like half a bra and panties match from the 90s.
Yeah. To be honest, never really had much of an issue with them. But here's the key to this, okay? This is the big reason I'm going to explain it. Because clearly back then, they were fun entertainment. It was meant for humor purposes. There was nothing serious to it. It was meant to be stupid, goofy fun. Yeah, boys who would go, booze and booze. But it wasn't creepy or anything. It was just stupidly funny. This bordered onto stupidly creepy.
Especially how close to the skin color it was as well.
Yeah, there's your difference right there.
Somebody could have flicked over the channel and thought there was a woman wrestling a naked woman. That's how close this actually cut.
Yeah. I think you can still do this stuff if you do it in the right way. This was done badly.
Yeah, hashtag get Gracie new ring gear.
Go fund me.
Wouldn't be the first WWE star to go to OnlyFans, would it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, ex-WWE star.
No, and I've seen some of those OnlyFans pages. Oh,
I have been forwarded said images, and I must say,
you can see why, right? You can see why, right?
Yeah, I can see why the internet almost broke.
Yeah, but here's the thing about this, and there'll be other people that are like, oh, they're supposed to be role models and stuff like that. Okay, right. I'm going to point this one out to you guys right now. They are an 18+ platform. They are doing their best to make money for themselves. I don't have an issue with this. I think it's absolutely fine. As long as you choose to do it, you're golden.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing you have to bear in mind. You can't easily come across this if you're a child. There's a lot of steps involved. So, in my professional work life, I've worked with people who work on that platform. And it's not straightforward to just see that stuff.
No.
So, as long as it's responsibly done and it's consensual, not an issue.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention that throughout this whole episode of NXT, Ivy Nile was doing a Ivy Nile challenge with about 30 blokes. Started off with push-ups and like 10 dropped out. Then went to striding with the old colonel bags on the shoulders. And there was like 3 left after that, and then they went to the thingy ropes, the big gym ropes that they use, like with the
like what boxers do,
yeah. And then there was just 2 of them left after that, and then they did pull-ups with just Ivy Nile and this one other dude that was about 3 times the size of her. And she out-pull-upped him as well. So she out-exercised all the guys in the Performance Center.
1, great, well done for her. 2, way to make all your recruits look really bad.
Yeah. I mean, she was a part of the Titan games, so that can literally just tell you all you need to know about her.
Yeah. This is why it's fine for her to have done this, but you make the rest of your talent look like crap.
Yeah.
So you're putting her over at the expense of everyone else.
So
Also, didn't lead to anything.
No.
Bye.
So the main event of the show was Cora Jade versus Natalya. Natalya won, but only because Cora Jade actually passed out. She didn't tap out.
Yeah. Would you like to guess how it's listed as a result?
Well, a win for Natalya, I suppose, by submission.
Ref stoppage.
I mean, it's not bad.
No, that is actually what it should be.
Yeah.
That's why I'm making a point of explaining it. It actually is the actual term they should use.
What really shocked Natalya, though, was that she was screaming at Cora Jade, everybody taps, everybody taps, everybody taps, and then Cora Jade just passed out. She was like, I won, but you didn't tap.
Yeah. This is I understand the sentiment behind what she's saying, and it kind of makes sense, but if she's not going to tap out for the finish, it's stupid to do it this way. You need to be saying everybody sleeps eventually, or something along those lines. More reflects to what actually happens rather than everybody taps and, oh, we're just going to sleep now.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have an issue with the match, though. I actually kind of liked the match.
Yeah. I mean, Shayna Baszler used to have her saying you either tap, snap, or nap.
Oh, what is it? There's an old saying: you either tap, snap, or you crack.
Or crap.
Yeah. So if you don't know the ins and outs of it, look it up online. People, I'm not explaining it here.
Mm-hmm. Kaylee's back, by the way.
Yeah. So is she back listening? Can she hear us?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't. I'm deaf.
Fantastic. Right. So Kaylee, right, okay. Do you fancy any of the female wrestlers?
I mean, I don't really know any of them, but if I'd see them and I thought they was hot, then I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That answers my question.
I mean, the one you like, she's fucking hot.
Which one do you like?
The one you said about the other day. Your celebrity crush.
I don't remember.
Brunette. Sort of big titties. Ones that make you think, fuck, I'd motorboat that.
That doesn't really.
She's not a wrestler.
Oh, is she not?
No, she's trained to be a wrestler, and she's wrestled Scarlett Bordeaux once, but she's not really a wrestler.
Okay. I'd fuck Paige.
Who, sorry?
Paige.
That's fair.
I mean, but who wouldn't?
That's why I'm saying that's fair.
I think her name's Danielle.
But the
I think
Paige
we've
thing,
spoken about her before.
we had.
She wrestled Scarlett Bordeaux 2 months
And
ago, I think.
wrestlers.
I would say, circling back to the Paige thing, yeah. I think it's the one instance where all three of us can agree on something. We'd all fuck her. Don't lie, Aaron.
The old her, yes. Her now, no.
Shush. Don't ruin my illusion.
Like what she looks like now.
I mean, she's fine.
Oh, one half of the Iconics, Peyton Royce.
Oh, yes, Peyton is the significant other half of Spears.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I understand that one. She's not to my taste, but I understand that at least. I get that one.
Well, Spears would understand that too.
Well, what do you expect? She's a perfect 10 for him.
She's the real chairman.
Like Nikki and Brie Bella.
Oh, she's a Bella fan.
I'm not a Bella fan. I just appreciate their brute beauty.
Well, Daniel Bryan's a Bella fan, but that's another thing. Right, I'm going to explain something to you. You mentioned Brie Bella specifically, so this is why I'm going to mention this. Daniel Bryan once upon a time did commentary on a morning wrestling show. This was meant for kids, by the way, so just bear this in mind. We talked about wrestling a bear, and he kept talking about like the bear hug and stuff like that. And then, literally, the very next time you saw Brie Bella, she had tattoos of a bear's claws right coming up from where her lady
dear.
bit is. So guess what he was referring to, children?
Grr.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kaylee wants to wrestle a bear, gotcha.
I mean, I do every night.
As long as it's a grizzly.
Wow. There's a question coming up here. Aaron.
Speaking of bears, this
Panda
month's
bear.
charity is WWF.
Oh, the World Wrestling Federation, gotcha.
Mm. World Wildlife Fund.
To be fair, that is the reason they're not called the World Wrestling Federation anymore.
Yep. Copyrights and stuff.
Yeah, they got beaten by a panda.
Yep. Still winning.
Why are you not wearing your panda onesie?
Because I'm not streaming. And I don't want to sweat.
Wow. He's also didn't want me to see it.
If you want to see it, you can come watch my stream.
Wait, self-promote.
Well done. That was the point of that segue. Well done. Links in the description below.
And I must say, playing Warzone while wearing a panda onesie is the sweatiest thing ever.
No, thanks, sweatier.
Title of her sex tape.
The amount of sex tapes I've got, fucking hell, I should be a millionaire.
Well,
Or
that's
a
the
Pornhub
idea. Make as
recap.
many as possible. Kaylee's OnlyFans to fund the wedding.
I was tempted to make one and just sell foot pics.
Yeah, just not your feet.
Mine.
Could do both.
Well,
See if they
perhaps
can tell the
she's
difference.
offering. One of these feet is not
I
like
don't have
the
heavy
others.
toes.
There's a market for that out there, but anyway.
Ugh, I do not have hairy toes.
Trust me, if you can think of it, it exists on the internet in some form in porn. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
I need to ask him something in a minute.
Okay.
I'm flattered, but you're engaged to Aaron. That would be creepy.
No. Are you finished with the wrestling, or you still got a bit to go? Because if so, I can wait.
I've still got
Wow.
bits to go. I've got
First
NXT UK and SmackDown to cover.
To be fair, it's the first time ever I've heard a woman say she can wait.
I'm very patient.
To be fair, you have to be. Hi, Aaron.
Okay, I gave NXT a 6 out of 10. Now that you
There
finished
you go.
bullying me.
I haven't started yet.
Title of your sex tape.
Shh, we weren't supposed to tell them that one. That's done the Patreon. Although I think they might object to that because they don't like sexual content. We'd have to put that onto the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun part about that is people don't know if we're being serious right now or not.
So NXT UK's 200th episode was next.
Yeah, and well enough, this is where Ivy Niles' actual thing for the story kind of comes up.
Yeah, we had Smith and Carter versus Gallus' Coffee Brothers. Winner gets a place in the triple threat for the tag team championships.
Oh, can I guess who wins?
Go on then.
It's not the Coffees.
No, it really wasn't.
Yeah, knew that before this match even started. It's too obvious.
What's that?
Title of Aaron's sex tape.
So,
Aaron's
Yeah,
trying not to
Smith and
break
Carter-
right now.
Smith and Carter won. Then we had A-Kid had a meeting with Sid Scala and got himself a match for in 2 weeks under Heritage Cup rules against Charlie Dempsey, which should be really good. Then we had Lash Legend and Mackenzie in a segment, which was okay. Bear in mind, I've missed a week, so I didn't realise that Lash Legend was like UK side right now.
Yeah, it's a weird one because a lot of these people manage to go backwards and forwards, and it's not really been noticed at all.
Yeah, and then like I kind of got even more surprised when Nina Samuels came out to like have a match, and Ivy Noyle came out. I was like, eh?
Yeah, this right now proves they don't know that the one hand doesn't talk to the other one, because this is what that thing on the NXT should have led to.
Pardon me. Sorry.
Like she should have turned around and said, "Oh God, all you state guys are so weak," and gets on a plane.
Yeah. And also, FYI, for those of you who want more of that content from Kaylee, subscribe to her OnlyFans.
I mean, I could give you a sneak preview. I just need to 180 the camera.
180, huh?
I don't even know what time give a fuck.
Wow, that's not how to make a sex tape right there.
So, yeah, Nina Samuels lost to Ivy Noyle by submission.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Damon Kemp was then in a segment as well, which is weird being as he was added to Diamond Mine this past week too.
This is what I mean about the communicating thing again.
Yeah. Then we had Stars and Mastiff in a piss take segment about De Familia, which was funny because they had Charlie Dempsey's face literally plastered to a mop.
Yes, this was funny. I liked this.
So I can just hear the Philadelphia crowd from Extreme Rules when Breezango was facing I think it was like the Usos, and they had like the different disguises on and everything, and the whole crowd was literally cheering for the mop.
I share my wrestling fandom. I hear distant cries of Saturn going, "Moppy, Moppy."
Wasn't he put into a thingy shredder?
Yes, by Raven. And Terry Reynolds, as it happens.
Rest in pieces.
Literally, yeah. And Saturn never got wood again.
It was pretty hard done by.
He came real chip in his shoulder.
Why are you doing that?
A different kind of splinter.
He now got wood.
Okay, so
yes. Anyway, on from the mop jokes right now.
Then we had next week announced that we've got a dog collar match happening between Wild Boar and Symbiosis leader Eddie Dennis. Nearly said Kingston then.
I noticed because I noticed you paused. I was like, "Oh no, you nearly said then."
Yeah. So that should be good, but I don't think it'll be anything on the CM Punk MJF.
It can't. Well, it can't be because their target audience.
Yeah.
Also, it's going to be on TV.
Basically, it's going to be the vanilla version.
Ice.
So after that, we had Kenny Williams talking about the masked bozo. That's cost him matches over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And has been like basically just fucking with him.
Yeah, for those of you wondering, that's not why Aaron's not been around for the last few weeks, just to be clear.
No. And to be honest, if everybody's like actually like taking a closer look at the guy in the mask, is most likely Amir Jordan, his ex-tag team partner.
It seems likely, yeah. Also, if Aaron was going to fuck around with anyone, it'd be pretty deadly. We all know this. Yeah, no, doesn't even deny it. So yeah.
Nope.
Although they're not in NXT UK anymore, so. Which is why Aaron really likes watching this show.
I've gone off NXT for some reason. I can't imagine why.
Yeah, I can't think.
So anyway, this masked bozo, I'm pretty sure, is Amir Jordan. If it's not, then I don't know who it is. Your guess is mine.
It seems likely. I think you've probably got that there, I think.
Yeah. So then we had Devlin versus Dragunov for the NXT UK title.
This is a rematch as well.
NXT.
Yeah, this is a rematch as well from a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Obviously with the added stipulation.
Of you got to fuck off if you lose.
Yeah, and Devlin thought he'd won because the ref made an oops, and Johnny Saint did his best Mr. McMahon impression and waddled out to the ring and told the referee to restart the match.
To be fair, if anyone can do a Vince McMahon impression, it probably is Johnny Saint.
Yeah, but at least he didn't blow both of his quads doing it.
Yeah, which makes it better than the original.
Mm-hmm. Even though he did look like he needed a bit of a sit down afterwards.
Oh, he's fucking old. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Some of us, sometimes some of us who are a lot younger still need a fucking sit down after doing shit like that.
Oh yeah. So after Johnny Saint came out, restarted the match, Devlin got hit by 2 torpedo Moscows, and that was all she wrote. So Devlin's probably going stateside now.
Weird part is, whenever you say someone torpedo Moscows like that, I just assume he's having a drink. Because that's what it sounds like. It should be a drink.
They actually said torpedo Moscow as well on the telly, and they haven't said it since everything in the Ukraine's been happening and still is happening.
Well, that's because everyone's forgotten that because it's at the news cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So, although after Eurovision the other day, Ukraine was kind of big thing here in Europe because basically Ukraine won it. And
can we just appreciate that we came second for a change?
Right.
Well, the UK was second.
I didn't watch it.
No, but Kaylee appreciates coming second because normally she has to come first.
I hate coming first.
I can't hate it that much. It always happens. So that was NXT UK's 200th episode.
Yes, and Aaron's supporting Ilya Dragunov there with his flag behind him.
That's the Fire Pride flag, and you know it.
I wanted you to make that point on camera so people knew what it was, so that nobody got confused.
No, it is the Russian flag, comrade. We drink vodka every day.
Yeah, with our Moscow mules.
That was shocking for both of you.
Yeah, I'm doing it bad on purpose. Aaron is just doing it.
I have a Russian friend. I don't want to insult them.
So I know lots of Russian jokes. I've got a couple of Russian friends, and out of respect for the Russian jokes, I'm not mentioning them on here because most of us would get them kicked off of the internet.
Don't be Russian. Taking your time.
Sorry, I'm a Russian. Let's go.
Oh no. Okay, Kaylee now wins the dad joke of the episode.
Yay!
What you call a Russian with 3 balls? Hujinika Bolokov.
Not quite as bad, but you're close.
What you call a Russian prostitute? Fetch my back a bitch.
Yeah, there's on a back a bitch, and there's the one you said as well. Yeah, there's a couple of different ones.
What are you working next week?
His ass.
Monday and Friday.
He's going into tone up, because all the boys want to see it.
Ooh.
Panda!
Oh, no.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, people, Aaron's charity for the month is actually the World Wildlife Foundation. We should probably actually make that clear. It's not the wrestling or anything like that. It's also not Kaylee's sex tape or anything like that.
Links also below.
Once Kaylee actually films them, it's just whether Aaron's
Also,
involved.
that already, mate.
Yeah, it depends on where Aaron's involvement depends on whether he's a good boy or not. So that will be no.
Me say nothing. Me know nothing.
Are you trying to be man more than 40 towers right
No.
No, Mr. 40.
Could be
Okay.
worse. The syndicate. No, don't touch me there.
This is men enough there.
Oh, dear.
This is my no confession square.
No confessions. I will not tell no lies. I will not confess to anything.
Okay, now you just sound like a president. I did not have sex with that woman.
I am not a crook.
Did you hear that Dwayne The Rock Johnson's running for president at the next election?
He's not really built for cardio, so I think he might run out of steam halfway.
True that.
You leave Dwayne alone.
Do you smell what he's cooking?
Yeah, fucking sexiness.
Wow. Okay, we know Kaylee's sex toy.
So that's why you got your eyes closed.
Him, John Cena, Randy Orton.
Out of curiosity, Aaron, does she ask you to say it doesn't matter what you're doing during the act? Or it doesn't matter what your name is? Oh, do you
staying
smell
quiet.
what I'm cooking?
I'm staying quiet.
You gave her the people's elbow, didn't you?
More like the
And
cocaine
what-
clutch.
We ain't touching the rock bottom. I'm leaving that one alone.
So you should.
Or as your nephew might say, the cocaine clutch.
Yeah.
Oh, you made me fuck up.
Did you write cocaine instead
No,
of
I'm
coke?
not proud of this. What's this? I'm fuck shit bollocks.
You told me
Like
not
that.
to rob anything out on that board.
I've redone it because it was filthy. And I'm rewriting it all.
I redid it because it's filthy. It's Katie's second sex tape.
Nah. That's too tame for me.
What are you doing, side hoe?
I know. Excuse me?
That would be the title for second sex tape.
With who? Kiana or
Kiana.
Kira?
Both. What are you doing, side hoes? That could be the follow-up.
It's funny you mention this because there's a show I watch, right, where they took the mickey at the female host and they called her step host.
Oh no.
And she had no idea what this is reference to because she doesn't watch anything like that. Eventually, somebody told her after the show went off the air, but they kept on saying, "What are you doing, step host?
Oh, no.
Are you stuck in that sink, step host?"
No, I'm stuck in the washing machine.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that was going on. Yeah.
You've had so much time in a washing machine, you'd know how to use one by now.
Whoa!
So I'm just going to add an extra day. Every time you do this, I'm going to add an extra day until we need to get married.
I thought you were saying I'm going to add an
That's
extra
all
day
right.
to
We'll
my-
have more time. We'll have more time to save then. So
I
just keep
should-
insulting you. Is that
Funny-
the idea?
The thing is, I thought she was saying I'm going to add an extra day to my menstrual cycle for each day you're rude to me.
No,
I think
because
you
my
can
menstrual
control
cycle
that.
means I'm happy. Back to the conversation earlier. I'm happy 1 week out of the 4.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you enjoy
So take
pain.
away a day.
My life's miserable. The rest.
There's a
Same.
joke there, Aaron, and I'm not touching it.
Love you too.
No, I'm joking.
He says, "Why not looking at her and smirking?"
He ain't ever had it so good.
Okay, so we need to talk
He
about
ain't,
SmackDown.
he ain't ever had it.
I gave NXT UK a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. Do you know why we're delaying talking about SmackDown? Because it's the Rock show.
Can you smell?
Yeah.
And we all know Kaylee likes to anticipate the Rock arriving.
Mm-hmm.
See, look how much neater that is. Ta-da!
You know, out of context, that sounds really filthy.
Well, I used his
I don't like it. Put it back.
That also sounds really dirty.
cooling effect. No foam shaving gel the other night.
Wow.
It's just as bad as the Mint original Soul's body shower fucking guy, whatever it is.
I could have told her that.
That shit
but
burns.
She came out of the shower and she had like that. She had like that kind of face on her. I was like, "This girl is on fire."
My girl was on fucking fire.
My cooch. The fuck, it hurts my cooch.
It fucking burned, let me tell you that.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
You didn't
And
call
I
me.
burn. The ring of fire.
What can I use to strangle you? Okay, it's okay. Go into the light.
Hard up.
Title of the third sex tape. It's okay, go into my light.
Wow.
There's nearly coffee everywhere.
Nearly wasted coffee, but it was the cold kind, so it's fine.
Fourth sex tape right there.
No, we're on about my fucking 50th now, aren't we?
Oh no, I'm talking about the official ones. You're on about the bootlegs as well.
Right, you want to go on SmackDown, are we?
Yeah, but we like to delay it because we know you like anticipation and not to come too early.
Let's move on to SmackDown, shall we?
Also, it's the Rock show, so we know how much you like waiting for the Rock to arrive.
Oh, he could come as quick as he wants. That sounded really dirty.
That's the bottom line because Kaylee said so.
How does it feel, Aaron, to know that you're never going to live up to the Rock?
The Rock doesn't live up to Aaron.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, actually, I don't blame you.
I mean, if I ever thought that I'd be as good as The Rock, then yeah, I don't think I'd have much of a life worth living.
You're better.
Aaron's objectively saying no.
In my opinion, I'm entitled to an opinion. Go on, do the eyebrow like him.
She is entitled to an opinion. She's absolutely right. Is that your cum face?
Yeah. That's why I keep my eyes closed.
That is the title of the rapist sex tape right there. That is why I keep my eyes closed.
I love you.
My poor pride.
Well, no, it's right behind you.
Is there an echo in here?
Hello,
Okay,
hello. It's on fire.
Okay, so SmackDown kicked off with a backlash recap with Bloodline versus RK McBro, which was an okay match, but the team name still sounds like a McDonald's product.
I just love how Aaron's trying to push right on forward and trying to ignore it. But yeah, it's bad.
Then RK Bro fully kicked off the show, talking about the Bloodline. Sami Zayn came out and stuck his nose in, ended up in a match with Riddle, which he lost.
I'm shocked.
Sami then had a segment and was mocked by Nakamura, which was funny because of how little English Nakamura actually speaks.
Mm-hmm.
But then we had a recap of Charlotte versus Ronda, and Ronda came out and said that she wanted to be a fighting champion and opened up with a open challenge, which was accepted by Raquel Rodriguez, or as we know her, Gonzalez. And yeah, the match was really good, but Ronda retained.
Of course she did.
Then we had a Madcap interview, which was good, and Corbin jumped in from behind with the Andre the Giant statue and a steel chair, and Madcap was stretched out again.
Yeah.
This is just going to end up turning into a. This is going to end up being a stretcher match.
Do you know what these two make me think of, honestly? Corbin and Moss.
Mm-hmm.
Tom and Jerry.
So, I can see where you're going with that.
And then you throw Spike the dog in there occasionally. That's what's going on here.
Mm-hmm. That's the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy. That is Spike.
Yeah.
So after that, we had Naomi and Sasha versus Natalya and Baszler for the tag championships, and the champs retained. Then we had Gulak and Ricochet in a segment, which was okay. Gulak is a weekly joke right now at this rate. And he ran into Gunther and got his chest slapped again.
Nice.
Not sure who that was, but okay.
Then we had Kofi Kingston versus Pete Dunne, and Pete Dunne actually won. It took 3 matches for him to win. We had a recap of the opening of the show for some reason. Paul Heyman and Sami Zayn in a segment, which was funny and good because I like these two in segments together. It makes sense. And it's funny.
Yeah.
But then we had a main segment with the Usos responding to RK Bros challenge, and next week we're getting a title unification match. Apparently.
2 things. 1, I hate when shows end with this shit as the main event. And 2, why are you trying to promise something you've already promised once and then failed to live with?
I don't know.
Why do you think we're going to believe you?
Makes no sense putting a match like this in a non-pay-per-view show either, or premium live event.
We'll go pay-per-view because premium live events suck balls, unless of course it's no fans ones, in which case it's meant to. But you know, that's just point. Kaylee, do you do premium live events?
Yeah, I do.
Well done. Aaron's like, why didn't I get an invite?
They're only 4 hour line.
Oh, so that's why I didn't get an invite.
Oh, so they have the 4D effect. Ah, okay.
You got the in-person tickets.
Yes.
So how was the 3D? Did it hold up?
It's a nice dimension.
Immersive experience?
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Did it taste and touch and smell like you're almost really there?
Ooh.
Wow.
I love how he doesn't answer. Coward. Yeah? Okay, cool.
I gave SmackDown a 4 out of 10 because it basically sucked balls.
Yeah, that's why we just started doing this. That's why I started this thing with Kaylee, because, yeah, this show sucked.
Wank.
Are you giving Aaron an instruction? Or are you
I just hit her.
show?
Tapped her on the head with all the notes from the past week in this book, and she just went wank.
I meant thanks.
So she wanks on reflex. That's good to know.
Well, I mean, it is a load of wank because it's all WWE notes, but
You could say it was bad booking. Hey!
Oh my days.
I win the dead joke.
definitely better than 50-50. Less
Well,
is
you
more and more is less.
Well, you better be putting her over, otherwise you're going to end up with a problem, mate.
Oh yeah.
Didn't hear that.
Oh dear. So obviously that was WWE for the week. Thank fuck.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to watch AEW for the past 2 weeks.
Oh dear.
So I'm 2 weeks behind. I literally spent the entire day watching WWE, so feel my pain. I feel so depressed right now.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Definitely. Don't worry so much about Rampage, but definitely watch Last Dynamite. Would be my suggestion. For you particularly, I mean.
Last Dynamite I watched had the coffin match on it.
Yeah. If you watch this past week's Dynamite, you'll see something with Jericho and what's going on there, and I think you might like what happens.
Okay.
So,
Well, I mean, if I get time, I'll watch it.
yeah, I would say if you're going to watch any part of it, if you can't watch all of it, watch that particular section. You'll understand why when you watch it. I'm not going to spoil it for you because you haven't seen it. The viewers, a lot of the viewers will probably know because they've seen it. So I'm not going to mention what it is though.
Mm-hmm.
But you want the bit where they're doing the victory speech. It's what the segment's called, so you'll understand it from that.
Okay.
So, yeah, Kaylee gives a victory speech after every single time. I would like to thank The Rock because that way I didn't have to think too much and just draw.
Here comes the Dwayne.
Can you smell what she's cooking?
Burnt toast?
That sounds of a stroke, my love.
Yeah, you got the joke.
Generic.
Can I open one?
Wow,
Be in a minute.
that's such a loaded question.
I'm just having a look.
Can I open your one?
Wow. Live on YouTube, I think Google might have an issue with that.
Move.
Move.
Chicka chicka bow wow.
Oh no.
And in front of the pride flag too. Okay.
I need to set that as my ringtone actually.
Which one?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Oh, you just reminded me of one of my friends had when I was younger. They set a ringtone, and literally every time somebody would call me, it would shout out, "Rape, rape, rape, or somebody rape."
Oh.
You have to
Oh,
bear
no.
in mind this was at a time where this wouldn't have been an issue. You couldn't do it now for obvious reasons,
Yeah.
because the world can't take jokes. Is the honest answer.
Precisely.
Yeah.
I mean, they can, but you normally have to pay for them.
And with that, we should probably plug Kaylee's OnlyFans and Aaron's OnlyFans.
Thank you.
But we should probably talk about the clean thing first, obviously, and that's obviously you guys check out Aaron's charity page with the Just Giving. Save a panda. If not, it will come and whack you with a chair. Trust me, we have proof. Aaron has a T-shirt that shows it.
This is true.
Yeah. Or Aaron will just hit Kaylee with a book again, and she'll just reflexively go wank.
Booking.
Which, to be fair, is the best reflex I've ever heard to being hit by a book. Wank.
Could you imagine if you had that if you was a librarian? Just get accidentally book falls on the head. Whack.
That is probably why librarians become librarians, because every time they touch a book or get hit by one, they just wank. That's why they always look so
I don't
frustrated.
even know what you did in a past life. You was a librarian.
A wolf.
To be fair, they also lick the pages.
It's a real page turner.
Yeah. If she's in the Emily Bronte section, run.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not into Emily Bronte.
Well, no, Aaron doesn't like her, so that kind of makes sense. That's it. That's what you can drag as a suffragette.
No.
No.
Do I have to explain what suffragette is? That would be my next question.
I know what a suffragette is.
Well, I don't, so please explain.
The fact Katie doesn't know is actually worse.
Oh, is it some sort of fucking... What's it called? Fucking feminism shit.
It's exactly what it is. The suffragettes are why women have the vote, basically.
Why women have got what?
Why women are able to vote and have rights.
Oh, fuck no.
So,
As you can tell, I'm no feminist. I don't give a shit.
yeah. Well, I figured you may have known because you know the enemy and all that.
I mean, I do yell at men, but that's only if they piss me off.
But that's fine. We're men. We're used to that shit.
I tend to yell at women more.
Well, so does Aaron, but that's another thing entirely.
That's only in bed, darling.
Yeah, but who's bad?
Mine, hopefully.
What if you're in a hotel for the night?
Then our next door neighbours know his name.
O'Rourke. O'Rourke.
Hey, Randy.
Oh no!
I'm curious, right? So if you're doing role play and he's seen her, just you can't see the five knuckle shuffle.
And now that we're not talking about wrestling, Peter.
He's not here right now. Please leave your name.
No. Just a genuine question.
Oh, I don't care. Go.
Find out since I was like a teenager. Do you know what a love burger is?
I love burger. Let's see. Now I've got to think now how you mean that, because that has a few different meanings. Love
When
burger.
you could just tell all of them, because everybody I ask won't tell me and say, "Oh, you'll know when you've had one."
To be fair, that would be true. Let's see. Love burger. Right, because the thing is, in the modern world, that can also be an actual food term as well. So that's the thing you have to bear in mind.
Yeah, I don't mean the food term.
I kind of figured that. So, yeah. So, what I'm going to do is just have a think, because I'm trying to remember the exact thing for it. So, okay. Well, but I'm assuming burger love. Right? And it's pretty much what you think it would mean. Because if it's burger love, then it's actually you're obsessed with hamburgers.
No, it's definitely love burger.
Oh, okay. Look at it this way. I'll give you a hint. How'd you make a burger?
You slap a meat in between two buns.
There you go. That should tell you everything you need to know right there. Bear in mind, we're on YouTube, so I can't exactly say exactly what it is, but you've kind of got it from that.
Three-way?
Back or front?
You kind of answered that already. Buns, meat in the middle.
No, that's not the same as... But the back. Is it front?
No,
I'm
buns
confused.
is buns, as in buttocks, back, bum. Switch.
Never happening.
That's one of the terms I know for it. I'm sure there are others, but that's the one I know.
I don't think that's the one that I was asked about.
Well, put it this way: if Aaron's the meat in the burger, then it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl either side. Cause I'm bi.
Yes, it could be down to personal preference, you know.
Well, it depends if you like hairy bums or not, I guess.
There is that too.
For all you know, I'm into. Don't know if I can say that word on YouTube. Pegging.
Oh.
I was in washing, yeah.
Wash and blow.
Hey, some people are into that stuff. You know, good for you.
I'm
Hi,
not.
Aaron.
I mean, I'm not. But just putting
Yeah,
it out
hi,
there.
Aaron. Yeah, hi, Aaron. He's making out he's not right now, but he's into his washing. He's really obsessed by it. He loves using pegs.
Oh no, he really isn't.
Oh no, he's a little bitch. He will scream like a little girl. Yeah.
No, that's what he makes me do.
Is that what the schoolgirl outfit's for?
Precisely.
By the way, just to really make that burger thing awkward, some people like drizzling mayonnaise on their burgers.
Kaylee's more into salad cream.
No, I'm definitely more into mayo.
Well, no, that's how you make it for people, because the one that's standing does the drizzling.
Hoof.
And for those of you who can't work that one out, ask somebody who's much more sex experienced than you are. That would be my suggestion for that one. Of all the questions I thought I'd be asked today, I didn't think I'd be asked about love burgers. But
No, there you go. I'm unpredictable.
Aaron should be very scared right now. Now, don't even ask me what a veggie burger is, by the way, because that's...
I think that speaks for itself, don't it?
Put it this way.
They should be
Okay.
asking what a Meals on Wheels is.
That is a thing, by the way.
I know.
For those of you who do not know,
Urban Dictionary it.
yeah, for people who don't know, look it up. You will find it. It's not hard.
If it's not
Yeah.
hard, then you've got a problem.
Yeah, it's not hard yet.
It's not hard. Go see a doctor.
Yeah, Blue Tube, Viagra, whatever's your thing. Although generally in most men's cases, all you got to do is just get somebody to finger up the arse. So where the male G spot is, generally if you finger a guy up there, it will give him an erection.
Stand up.
You know.
I'm not saying you do it, I'm just explaining that's how you can do it.
I mean, I knew where it was, but I didn't know it gave an instant erection.
If you know how to do it properly, yes. The same way if you know how to go down a woman properly, you can make her come pretty much straight away. Aaron nodding like he knows what the fuck I'm
Don't even
talking
look at
about.
me.
Aaron could only dream of someone coming that soon.
Oh no, his dreams are reality.
Crusty socks, Aaron? So, okay, we got Kaylee's one about male
More
wrestlers.
recently than I have.
That's because I'm an expert. I don't even need to touch a woman to make a choke.
Smooth.
One to me. The virtual scoreboard needs updating. Hang on.
You got a long way to go to catch up to Aaron, let me tell you.
Oh, I don't. It's just I'm talking about involving you, yes, but in general, no.
It doesn't really, because he's been alive longer than I have. So it's got extra years on
We're
me.
talking about me, my love.
Yeah, that's why I made a particular difference between what we're talking about. Because in general, yes, but specifically to Kaylee, yeah, that's going to take some catching up.
Yeah.
She'd have to lay there. She'd have to lay there constantly and just let me just talk to her for about like a month, and probably that would do it. But with the exemption of that, or what she could do is on a phone call, just put the phone on top of the clip and just let me talk and it'll vibrate the phone.
Buzz.
Yeah, there you go. Ring, 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 ring.
Wouldn't even need to pick up. Just keep ringing constantly.
Exactly. Or text messages. Multiple rapid fire text messages. You laugh, but I've done that to a girl before, and it does work.
Do not get any ideas.
There, right next to the prostate, or is that the on switch or is that the off switch?
I'm just gonna flick the switch and see what happens.
That's a switch of a different kind.
Sabodom, who knows?
Stop.
That was supposed to be rhetorical, but well done for identifying yourself.
I never used to be.
I'm sorry.
Aaron broke me. He broke my factory settings.
I put that little slit of plastic back in between the batteries.
It still fits.
No, I had to improvise. I used a condom wrapper instead.
I was like, be careful how you answer that. Best before. No.
Wrong.
Out of curiosity, there's not a thing on there saying made in Taiwan, is there?
Yes, there is.
No, it's made in China. With the VA in front. Made in China.
Halata vagina.
Oh shit! What is wrong with me tonight?
Gassy.
That'd be
me.
That'd be Aaron.
Nah, he's not wrong.
Also, we've talked about The Rock, we've talked about Cena, we've talked about Randy Orton, all the things we know get the juices flowing.
Hot and flustered and gassy.
Is that your Kaylee impression right there?
Wait, so that's what an orgasm feels like.
You got owned.
That's all right. The other night she passed out, so I don't expect her not to. I don't expect her to remember.
What do you mean I passed out?
That's called rape, dear.
Oh, you on about when I like sort of black?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you didn't sound like that, but close.
The good thing is you didn't hear what Aaron sounded like. He was like, like those little turtles when you hear them have sex on
Just
video.
need a croc. Yeah.
Just be grateful you didn't see Aaron's turtle cum face. Well, wait, it showed internet your turtle cum face.
I haven't showed you.
Excuse me.
Careful.
Careful.
I haven't showed you Noodle. Would you like to meet Noodle?
That depends on what Noodle is.
Snake.
Oh, okay, then sure. Because you mean an actual snake, though, don't you?
Yeah.
We're not looking trouser snakes here, people. So get your minds out the gutter.
I'd say Kaylee's getting him, but normally she attempts and then asks me to get him out.
Hey, Noodle.
Are you on about the snake now?
Yeah.
Just checking.
Oh, he's socialising today.
Hello.
Getting to show off.
No. He's letting mummy today.
He's trying to wriggle.
I mean, he's literally latching himself onto me.
That sounds like Aaron. You sure he's not looking confused?
Cool, all right, dude. Oh, that's it. Go to your father. And take yourself from me, please.
Ooh. See, there's black eyes right there. He definitely looks like he's got black eyes.
Yeah.
They normally do, to be fair. Some of them don't, but. So there is a question here. So, Aaron, is that the longest snake you've ever had in your hands?
No.
No.
I've
You've
worked with an 8-foot python before.
Kaylee, have you worked with an 8-foot python before?
Yeah.
Did it involve Aaron?
I mean, technically, but technically not.
Gotcha.
Same school.
Oh, sorry.
Right, you're going to have to help me get him off of me because I want to go for a fag.
Maybe he wants a fag.
I've got him out. Alright.
Oh, he's loving me tonight, isn't he?
Knotting himself up. Yeah.
So we have a snake on the show. So
It's a very nice colour.
he is. He looks very healthy, which is always a good sign. So
Yeah, he's going through a shed at the moment, so he's kind of bluing at the moment.
I did wonder because I can see some differences.
Yeah.
So, but the thing with snakes is their temperaments are always kind of interesting. So, what's his like?
He's actually very chilled. He hisses like occasionally, but it's only like when something surprises him. But he'll literally just sit there like that.
Yeah, it's normal responses. So that's good.
He's never once hissed at me.
I know.
You do?
Are you on about the snake or
Oh,
Aaron?
shit, I'm really close to the camera. Oh, well.
Closer,
Yeah, he's
Kaylee,
a-
closer. Not the
he's
first time
a,
you kissed Aaron's snake.
He's a charcoal caramelia or something like that.
I was gonna say color-wise that tracks because he has that kind of color.
Yeah, he's got like a kind of like gold kind of tone to him.
Don't leave until I get back. I want words of you.
Are you talking to the snake now?
I mean, you're a snake?
Oh, you and me. Okay, I was just checking.
Can I take this off, please?
That depends on what it reveals.
I'd rather you didn't.
Hey.
But yeah, he's very timid. Like once he's out, he's fine. But like when you try and get him out, he's just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna grip onto anything. It's just like, no. But then when you try and put him back, he's just like, no, I don't want to go back in there. What are you doing?
No, that's normal. That's the kind of thing that happens normally. So yeah.
Yeah.
So.
See, his name to start off with was Gizmo, but we just kept calling him Noodle, so it's kind of stuck.
Gizmo, Noodle, Strudel.
Yeah. Or when he's having one of his, if he has a funny 5 minutes, he's a Ninja Nope Rope.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
What you got to always remember though is like people, they have their moments too. So
Yeah. So if you look, I don't know whether or not you can see it in like the camera, you can see like the reflection of his skin where it's bluing.
yeah, it's what I was kind of not surprised when you said there was some shedding going on because you can kind of see it.
especially here.
Yeah, that's where I noticed it before.
It kind of went like a kind of hollow color the other day, and it was all like rainbowy. But now it's going like completely like whitish see-through.
Well, I'm sure he serves one particular purpose for you.
Mm.
I bet your mum's not coming round.
Nope. Hasn't been around since, which is really strange because like when when I was young, I went to like a animal thing, an animal show, and I held a snake, and she paid for me to hold it, thinking that if she paid for me to hold it, I wouldn't want one.
Yeah, it's the whole parent reverse psychology thing. They think if you let them do it, they won't really want to.
Yeah.
The problem is usually at least 9 times out of 10 the child wants it.
Since 9 years later.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Playing with a snake.
Yep.
Well, not the first time he's done it, but probably the first time he's done it on the internet.
Probably.
So, well, I suspect he may have appeared on the streams.
He hasn't yet. I've got a channel reward point thing where if somebody wants me to get him out and show
Gotcha.
him,
So,
I can.
so it's a first here, so yay.
Yeah. It's the first time he's been on camera.
That's good. So, and he seems happy, but as well, which is the important thing about stuff like that, because
Yeah.
spoiled people tend to think about animals. They are not performing monkeys.
Nope.
If they want to do stuff, they will. If not, don't make them, because that doesn't end well. Ask Randy Savage.
It's just casually like getting off of me and onto Kaylee.
Yeah.
Come on, then.
Oh yeah.
Let's put you back.
He's very just easy going, really.
And that tickles.
It's usually one of the most common things from snakes is they end up making people very ticklish.
So I'm not ticklish in the slightest, but some places that he's tried to go, he has pushed his luck.
They tend to go for warm places.
Yeah. He went in my pocket the other day, and I couldn't get him out.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on.
you want to avoid like pockets and certain other areas because
Come on,
good
Louis.
luck getting them out again. So it's also could end up. Bye bye, Sneaky. Bye bye, Gizmo Noodle Strudel. Which is what I'm calling him, by the way.
You might thank you.
So that was nice. That was a nice wholesome moment, which is unlike every other part of this show.
Yeah. Nice bit of variety for a change.
Exactly, something that's unusual because that was cute and adorable. That's usually my job, but you have to diversify.
Indeed.
So
I think that's pretty much it, show-wise.
yeah, show-wise, I think we have pretty much cut everything. So obviously that's all the wrestling for the week. There's not really major coming up at all as far as stuff goes. What we should obviously do is address the fact of there'll be weeks Aaron can do this, there'll be weeks where he can't. A lot of it depends on schedules and stuff like that. So that's how this stuff works.
The only way I actually managed to get all my notes done for today was because I went out last night. I woke up pretty hungover, so I just sat and watched wrestling the whole day.
Didn't come and meet me. It was a lonely walk back.
There's a tight fitting all of the hours in, just including Backlash as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so it happens when it happens, and that's pretty much how it works. Because literally, Aaron did that yesterday, and of course, Muggins here didn't finish work until 4:30 this morning. So,
No.
so at this point, once we finish, I'm pretty much going to be going to bed because that's pretty much. Yeah, it's a case of no sleep.
Yeah,
So,
I've got to be up.
And obviously, you've got to be up early. So. Yeah, Aaron's going to invade the world of fake tits, fake tans, and
Tux.
Essex. Yeah, he's going to Essex. And I can do that this day because I know people from Essex and that's how they fucking sound. Aaron will get to find that shit out tomorrow.
Yep.
In the meantime, though, guys and girls, you can find Aaron doing his streams when he can, obviously for all the perks and stuff. So raising money for pandas who want to hit people with steel chairs, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So would you like to tell the people what we're doing? What you're doing for the month? What are you doing?
Well, every time I stream, I'm wearing a panda onesie and obviously wearing the WWF shirt. And as you can imagine, streaming in a onesie isn't exactly, but it's uncomfortable to say the least.
Having never worn a onesie, I can't relate to it, but I assume they are uncomfortable.
It's very, very hot. So when you're playing a game where you have to concentrate and like things get intense, you get twice as hot.
I see.
So you start like really sweating and you smell afterwards.
Perfect for Fortnite then. We'll see. Actually, that was something I was going to ask you about, because obviously I don't think we're speaking to each other properly since it happened. Now they're taking the build mode out of Fortnite, didn't they? If I remember correctly. So
they did, but it's back now.
Okay, I think that's also a mistake, personally, because I know a lot of people liked the idea of it not being there.
Yeah, but they've split like it in half. They've got no build lobbies and building lobbies, and you can choose between the two. So it's personal preference now more than anything.
Okay, that's good. I didn't know that part. So because I know a lot of people end up wanting to try it once they found out they're taking the build mode out, and a lot of them enjoyed it without it. So it's good to know you can do both.
I mean, personally, I prefer it with the building.
Of course you do, because not being offended, the reason why most people prefer it with the building is then they can build up things really quick to protect themselves. That's pretty much what I get told. And all the people who like it, when it wasn't in there, that's why they liked it, because people couldn't do that shit. They actually had to play and like do strategic shit.
Well, I mean, like with my anxiety and stuff, it helped me, the building side of things, because if you built that structure around yourself, it gave you a minute to think, analyze the situation, plan what you was going to do next.
Oh yeah, I've seen you play, so yeah.
Yeah, whereas like without the building, it's so much more stressful. It's kind of like Warzone. It's just like, and everybody from Warzone went to Fortnite and started playing on servers and stuff. So like you had Warzone players in Fortnite lobbies, and it was just like I don't play Fortnite throughout the whole non-build thing really, because it just wasn't for me.
Well, that's all right. I was just curious as to what your opinion was, because obviously you are somebody I know played it a lot, so I was curious.
Where's that gone?
Onto the sofa. I think.
But obviously you always had Minecraft and all the other fun stuff as well. So you play lots of different things, just not all of them on stream.
Yeah, I downloaded Dead by Daylight this week as well, because I've been asked to play it.
I saw the post you put up about it.
Yeah, I've been asked to play it by a couple of my Australian friends and a few other people that I know. They're trying to get me on it, and I've not played it yet, and I don't plan on playing it until I've got a night where I can just do it and
Nike.
give it my full attention, instead of doing it on a small 2-hour stream and not having enough time to actually focus and play the game properly.
If people want a comparison, this is basically Aaron will plan for this the same way he plans to having a night with Kaylee. Careful how you answer that, by the way, Aaron.
I mean, yes and no.
He gets more fun out of gaming.
I wouldn't say that.
That's because he knows what buttons to push in gaming. You're a bit more hard work.
No, I'm very simple.
Never call yourself simple.
Okay, I'm very easy to read.
He was going to say please then. I was like, okay, ouch.
Well, not that
Well-
easy if my ex could do it.
Would we go with the? Would we go with you're much more easy to interpret what you want? Would that be a better way of putting it? Do you think?
Aaron can just
Probably.
read me easily.
Well, that's what I mean. He doesn't have to like read like the instruction booklet. He can literally just follow what's going on.
Yeah.
The funny thing is about it is that she may be easy to read. Doesn't mean
but
you
you
pay
are-
attention to the instructions.
Yeah, but the thing is, she may be easy to read, but he don't read Braille.
I don't know. He's pretty good at Braille.
I actually kind of like Braille, was the idea of having Braille instructions on the person, because obviously it's all tactile, so you have to feel your way around.
Yeah.
You imagine having sex instructions on the person, it's all written in Braille.
Light bulb. I know what my next tattoo is going to be.
Yeah, do you know what your next? What I always think for girls who don't ever want to do anal, what they should do, right, is have Braille instructions on their back that says no entry.
Excuse me? It's a thunderstorm? Where's the
Aaron's think-
thunderstorm?
Aaron's thinking, I'm never getting that tattoo.
It's a thunderstorm here.
There was a thunderstorm warning issue earlier. It's supposed to expire sometime tomorrow.
Oh no.
So there's a good chance there may be one heading your way, especially with where you guys are.
I don't like thunder. It scares me.
That's
Mhm.
all right. Aaron, you and Aaron can just do stuff, and he can pretend he's the Antichrist. It's fine. The power of Christ compels you.
Hmm.
Oh, hail the coming of the Lord.
All right. Well, we better go because I've got to get
You've
some
got,
sleep.
yeah, I need to get sleep. You also have to get some other sleep. Although apparently Kelly actually wanted to say something to me before I disappeared. So,
Oh, I can't remember what that is now, so good luck with that. I can't remember.
okay, well, we should probably say goodbye to at least the viewers first. So we'll do that part first. And in case Kelly does remember it, because it may not be appropriate for being on the air with the completely other thought I had. So we'll see you all soon, people. Aaron will see you on the streams and everything. So he's still raising money for Panda Relief, so make sure you help him relieve a panda.
Ooh. Ooh.
Wow.
I mean, help him raise money for the World Wildlife Foundation.
Yeah.
But however, if Panda Relief is your thing, I'm sure there's a website for it.
Oh.